We're celebrating Amy's life and all her accomplishments, and she had just such a huge impact on the area and community. From everything from construction to design. Here are 10 design elements that she added to our area that will live on to many projects to come. Okay, starting at number 10 is zero entry showers. I mean, they're not a new thing, but she started doing them on every project she did, and it really took off to be something that I'm starting to see a lot more builders do. Now, what do I mean by a zero entry shower? That means that instead of having like that lip that comes up of tile between your floor in your bath and the shower, it was a complete zero entry. Now, to do that, you had to build in the trusses so that it had an area for a swale for the water to come down. And it just took extra planning, but it just added so much that it was a huge detail that really stepped up what is a luxury bathroom. All right, coming in at number 9 is finished attics. Now, this isn't a huge new thing. I mean, we've been doing finished attics since the early 20th century, but she really kind of re-emphasized and reinvigorated this area that was like wasted space in the past as possible finished living area. And it's so Amy if you think about it, because from her work in the peninsula, it was all about how do you best utilize space, particularly small spaces. And when you have like confined areas without expanding the footprint of the home or going to large lots. And building up is more economic, it's better for the environment, it has so many things to consider. In finished attics, they're just cool. You get a towering view from up above, and they're just great livable spaces. She did this in what is perhaps one of her most iconic houses, 402 Windmill Place, and that house won numerous awards and today is still just such an icon for the east side of Iowa City. And for anyone that knows anything with her work or just design, it is a home that is referenced again and again. I plan to someday rip off my attic and also do a finished attic up there. Her remodel division is also doing a number of finished attics, whether it's brand new ones where they're tearing the existing web trusses off to put on a new built-in truss system to do a finished attic up there, or old homes that have attic spaces that just need to be finished and converted. Finished attics are a cool thing that she just added that reinvigorating element to our local market. Okay, number 8, this is kind of a silly one. Some people think it's a waste, some people love it, but that is the garage pass-through. That is a little door like this big that in your garage, if you have a pantry on the other side or a kitchen and your configuration of your floor plan works for it, she would add these little doors. So in the garage, you could just back your car in, open the door, take your big load of Costco groceries or goods and just shove them right in the pantry, which is just so easy and ingenious. But it was this cool little design thing. And from the people who own an Amy house with the garage pass-throughs, they tell me they use it all the time and they love it. Just a little cool design element that she added in our local market. Okay, number 7, we have to have bunk beds. Amy loved to do built-in bunk beds. They're so fun, they're so cool. They're perfect for families or just for get-togethers when guests come over. I mean, you could have like if my brother came over, like the whole, him and his wife and all their kids, they could be all in one room. And that was just so cool. So bunk beds were this thing that she was well known for, and she did a number of them adding on in the remodel division, and she did 3 homes that had them built in and were included and showcased in the Parade of Homes. Number 6 is having the range in front of the window. Now, this actually came from her business partner to an extent, but he saw it from an engineer standpoint that, if you need to vent real quickly, you can just open the window and, the air will go right out from, burned goods or whatever on your stove. But for Amy, she saw it as a design opportunity to let light pour into a kitchen because look, you have cabinets and they're taking up wall space on your upper cabinets that you have no room to add windows. And so for her, this was a great place to let light pour in. And she saw it as a great opportunity to also have something that was like easy to clean right behind the range. And it's really kind of a cool design element. You have the hood drop from the ceiling, and she did this in probably like a dozen homes. And she really loved this as an option to let light pour into the kitchen. Okay. Number 5, we have to talk about guest houses, AKA carriage houses, granny flats. Obviously, she did this in the Peninsula neighborhood, and though it's not a new design thing, what she did is she figured out how to design these so that they were functional tiny homes. And they had bedroom, a bath, and then a living, dining, kitchen area, and a laundry. It was like a 500 square foot tiny home, but it was still very, very functional. And these homes, these accessory homes and units were very popular with homeowners because it was an option to buy down on their rent, or on their mortgage rather. It was great for having as a guest house when people come to visit, or it's just to use as like a really pimped out home office. She really mastered the guest house, and there's a couple of them that really stand out that are just really well known and iconic, and that I think even my house has one, will really inspire other builders and homeowners to do these in the future. Okay, at number 4, this isn't a unique Amy thing, but she did it so well that people that came into her homes, they're like, wow, you mixed metals. So at number 4, we have mixed metals. And this seems kind of silly, but what a lot of builders do is they say, oh, I'm gonna have a black theme throughout the house. And they just do black hinges on the doors and black hardware on the doors and black cabinet hardware and black lights and black mirrors and black metal throughout, right? Because that's the easiest thing to do. You think just do the same color throughout. But it's not what a sophisticated design has. In fact, if you look at designer magazines or if you follow any designer, what they do, and they do really well, is mix a variety of metals in that same space, even in just one room. And to do it and not make it look schizophrenic, make it look like it matches, it was part of that original design and cohesive, it takes a lot of talent. But it really steps up that design another notch. So mixed metals comes in at number 4. All right, let's kick down to number 3. One thing that Amy was really well known for was wall decor. Okay, so what do I mean by wall decor? I mean anything from wainscoting to board and batten to bead board. She loved to do trim on walls. She loved to do wallpaper. She brought wallpaper back in as a trend in the area. She loved accent walls with wallpaper. She loved wallpaper in bathrooms, wallpaper even on the ceiling. She did so much with just carpentry, from faux wainscoting to real wainscoting, wainscoting on the stairs, wainscoting in entries, wainscoting in powder rooms and bathrooms and dining rooms and formal living rooms as accent walls, or wainscoting as beautiful fireplace mantles, including her most recent project, which was a white oak wainscoting on her coastal build in 2022. The wall decor that she did could also just be simple. Some of that would include the board and batten that she did, which adds such a nice detail, almost like a coastal farmhouse look, but was really a lot of detail that just really helped just kick up a room another notch with just a little bit more accent. Coming in then at number 2, Amy's favorite, what Amy considered the jewelry of the home, is lighting. The lighting was Amy's favorite. Amy was very talented at lighting. She knew a variety of places to pick it out. She didn't source her lighting from one place. She sourced her lighting from dozens of places. And she did a really good job of putting together light fixtures and light packages in homes. And she always would say that the most important thing you can do in your home is lighting. In fact, if you have a home and it's starting to get dated and it's, maybe it was built 20 years ago, consider updating your lighting in your house. Just adding new light fixtures makes such a huge difference to update from then to now trends in look, and it can make such a big impact on a home. And so lighting, and you don't even need a big budget for it, but lighting is such an important element of design. Okay, we're down to number 1. Everyone's been waiting. What is number 1 that I think she is most well known for in her design? Well, it's her floor plans. It has to be her floor plans. If you could see how she would do it, she would find inspiration, or she would just start sketching from the ground up. And even when she started, she would then take rooms and then reconfigure and figure out, how do I utilize the most amount of space in the smallest area? And she did that by starting with building small houses. In fact, I can remember one house. It was only a 670 square foot blueprint or footprint. And she squeezed in a living room, a dining room, a kitchen, a walk-in pantry, a mudroom, an entry, and a powder room, all in 670 square feet. She even continued that small footprint from the main level of that 670 square foot house up to the second floor, where she had a primary suite with an ensuite bath, and it even had a tub and a walk-in closet. And then she had a second bedroom upstairs and a third bedroom and a bathroom and a laundry all on one floor. That is so much design in very functional spaces packed into such a small footprint. And she did it very, very well. And she started with small. And so when she got done at the Peninsula, she said, I'm done with small for a while. I'm gonna do large homes. When she upgraded the large homes, just because they were larger didn't mean that she wasn't utilizing every inch. She still utilized every square foot of that home. She just had a bigger print to do it. And she did such a great job at making functional floor plans that were just so livable for so many different prospective buyers out there. There's so much from Amy's legacy that's gonna live on. These are just 10 items that I came up with quick that I think were important to what's going to really be shown in her work throughout, hopefully, decades to come. If you like videos about Iowa City real estate or luxury homes in the Iowa City market, make sure to subscribe right here, and I'll look forward to seeing you again next time. Thanks for watching.